Starting to the top of the map, we have Killer. He is in the lead. He's up a game. Our Protoss player for Team Complexity. Facing the Terran in the blue at the bottom of the map. We have Stinger for NSOSA. And well, we saw an interesting first game on Atlantis Spaceship. Now with the long push distances on this map again. Let's see if Killer is showing the same kind of aggression that he displayed in game number 1.
Yeah, let's see indeed. Again, remember, Killer is the type of player who's completely unpredictable. Could even do a one-base strategy if he wants to. Not very likely, especially not on this map, but it's entirely possible. We are at cross positions. You know, if I'm Sting at this point, I've got to be frustrated thinking, you know, I had that game in my hands. I play against Killer, a player who's very famous not only in StarCraft II but in StarCraft 1, as well as my first Code A appearance. I've got to make a name for myself here. If I lose, everyone's just going to think, he got that esports weekly match seed. Is he really good? Nah, he's alright, but he lost to Killer. And, you know, Killer, on the other hand, has something to prove here as well. He's been kind of, not on like a hiatus, but he's not been showing the dominant results he's shown in the past.
Yeah, that's definitely right. And Sting, this is a bit of a similar... I don't really want to say a similar map as Atlantis Spaceship, but the distances between the two bases are very huge, so he could try to go for a similar build that he used on the last map, but he could not drop Killer. That was one of his main problems. He tried to be a little bit aggressive when he had the first few Medivacs, but there were already High Templars in position to use feedback on these Medivacs, so dropping was out of the option, and Killer just playing very, very safe, which kinda made sure that Sting was not able to do anything but attack just straight up.
Yeah. You know, Terran players have been complaining and talking a lot, you know, publicly, and it's understood by a lot of people, Terran players and non-Terran players in the community, that, the upgrades in the late game, the Storm and the Colossi, those are really the problem in this matchup. But, you know, if you're a pro player or a high-level player, you know, like myself and Kelder, you understand that one of the biggest problems for Terran right now is they used to be able to put on so much pressure with drops and early attacks, but Protoss have figured out how to stop almost every single one of those attacks. And that's the problem, because then the Protoss does get to that late game composition so much more comfortably.
Yeah, not only to stop them, but just the timings have been figured out a lot better. You saw that Killer was moving back at exactly the right time. He had those units in position, and this is exactly the problem that Protoss players faced, and now they know exactly when they have to be in a position where they can defend against these drops. It's even with the positioning of the buildings, something that I was talking with Naniwa about when he was playing for a few maps, is that on some maps you just need to make sure that when your opponent is dropping you, when he's able to get this drop into position, that he can't take down anything that is really important to you, that he will maybe able to take down a gate or two, but he won't be able to shut down your tech.
This is really interesting. You're exactly right, Keller, but I'm actually mesmerized here, because not only is Killer proxy, when he made the sentry, I was like, what? He can't make a sentry? He's got to make the Stargate now. He's proxy to robotics. So,
Choya style?
It could be that very same Choya style. It could very well be an Immortal push as well. We've actually seen Killer do this in the beta and in the early seasons, the open seasons of StarCraft 1, if I'm not mistaken. Killer several times proxy Immortal pushed Terran players, and against someone who's teching like this can be quite strong. The SCV did come in here and saw the 2 gateways being added. Now this may scare him into thinking, Void Ray all in, I gotta be careful, but actually that's not what's happening here.
Let's see, will we see the Bay or the Immortal?
I think it's gonna be Immortal.
I think so too.
And there it is. Killer is the only player I can think of who's ever done this in a tournament match, and he's going to be scouted very likely here, though. This is really tense.
Yeah, we have Sting moving around the map searching for pylons. He doesn't find one, but he might just well find the robotics.
He's very observant, very wise to know, okay, this is some sort of proxy. It's probably proxy Dark Shrine, proxy Twilight Council, or proxy Stargate. He's not going to expect what is actually going to occur here. If he can get one more round of warp ends, he should actually be able to defend this pylon, even if it's scouted. And in fact, Sting is going home now.
Sting tries to drop
He thinks it's Void Rays. He's so sure. He's making a Viking and everything. And that's a smart assumption based on the timing of the second and third gateway that he saw on the main base.
He will spot it in a few seconds.
Oh, man.
Did he actually see it?
I don't think he saw it. Check that for me, if you will.
Yeah.
And
no, he has no
idea. He has not seen it, man. He just barely missed it. And we're, I think, going to have a base trade, but this may be a better situation for Sting as he has the more mobile army. He's turning around, though.
Now he saw it.
Now he needs to defend this Immortal, though. He's not defending it. That was a close call.
Yeah, definitely. He didn't even lose any hit points. He only lost shields. And the medivac is down. So important.
Remember,
now he
no
can
stim.
Yeah, and without the medivac, now suddenly he's in a position where he can block his choke, but he needs to be careful now. The Hellions are already positioned. Another pylon could be... Yes, there's the third pylon. He's closing the ramp.
Oh,
now he's moving into Sting's main base. This could be it, Wolf.
This is
He's
it,
supply
man.
block. He is supply block. He's losing his second supply depot, and he's so heavily supply block. What exactly can he do at this point?
Talk about taking out some dice and throwing them on the table and just taking a win here from Killer. That is basically what we are seeing. Oh, these Marines even on move command here. Stalker's doing a ton of extra damage. Sting falling apart here. What was he trying to do with that, Barracks? Making an add-on over there? I don't think so, says Killer.
And he doesn't get supply depots. Now he finally started to build supply depots, but only one, and this will take ages.
Yeah. Well, it's just, I mean, he's pulled his SCVs now. The tanks can get targeted down, though, by this Immortal.
Yeah, this game is so over. Killer very well played, but now he just has to reap what he saw.
Yep, and that's it. GG. Killer takes Series 2-0. Playing a very straight-up game, the first one, then playing a very unusual old-school style in the second one. You know, that style was much more popular in the beta when Immortals built faster, but now I guess they have +1 range, I guess you could say. Yeah. A very, very cool strategy from Killer, a very rare one to see. And here are our results. Creator, Holt, and Killer, all the players on the left side advancing, except Boxer, who of course withdrew due to his health condition. And he is, you know, basically, he's having some shoulder problems right now, and I was told he either has had or will be having an operation either a few days ago or today even perhaps. I heard it's either happened already or it's very soon coming up, so he's just preparing for that, so he wasn't able to participate. Very
I feel his pain. I dislocated my shoulder 4 times and had to have an operation. Shoulder problems are so annoying, and it takes ages until you get back. You can't move your shoulder for the first like 4 to 6 weeks after the operation. You have to keep it like very close, your arm close to your body. You're not supposed to move it, and it just takes ages until you are back to business.
Yeah, you're right. Well, let's talk about these matches a little bit. These are actually epic matches.
Yeah.
We have Golden versus Keen, which should be great. Golden is a player who's everyone's been talking about for a long time. He finally gets to show himself. Puzzle, a player who's came down from Kodas. He's been showing some shaky results, but look at this Guinea Pig and Choya, man, against Ganji and Happy. Those are 2 Pro S players I cannot wait to see.
Especially Choya. He was just bouncing around the studio the entire time and just just so happy that he's now in Code A and preparing for the matches. I talked to him yesterday, and he's practicing so much. Let's see if he's actually able to take down I'm Happy.
Yeah, it should be great to watch. Choya has shown some weakness in the past, but like you said, he's been practicing so much right now. I feel so confident. And I can't wait to see Guinea Pig as well. He was my favorite Protoss in the open seasons. And I thought he had actually retired. It's good to know that he's still around, still playing. And he's playing Protoss now. He's played all the races actually exclusively, but looks like he's sticking with Protoss these days.
What do you think about the haircut on the picture?
I think, you know, he looks like that anime character with the long hair and the glasses. You know what I'm talking about? He's like that stereotypical guy who like works in the room with like all the machines and stuff. He's got a clipboard. You know what I'm talking about? I love his hairstyle.
You're just saying that because of his turtleneck.
No, I mean the turtleneck as well. It all suits his persona. He actually knows how to wear the style well. And he is so smart, so innovative, I think it even suits his personality.
Are you now talking about his hairstyle or about his strategies in StarCraft?
Listen, man, both, and I can't wait to talk. Later on, we're going to talk about this a lot more. I will see you guys then, because this is going to be in approximately 3 hours from now at 6:10 p.m. Korean Standard Time. Thanks so much for coming in and helping me out casting this from Caldor.
No worries, it was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure, as always, working with you, and we will see you guys in a few hours.
Bye-bye.